Good day, my name is Luisa Navio and I am your discussant for today. Our topic is all about the mechanics and the process of speaking. When we say mechanics and process of speaking, it is all about how humans produce speech. The ability to speak is one thing that makes us human. So what is speech production? It is the process by which thoughts are translated into speech. When we say speech, it is the expression of or the ability to express thoughts and feelings by articulate sounds. Today, we are going to talk about the four processes to create speech. The most basic principle of speech production is that the sounds are produced by moving air. So the four stages of speaking process. The first one is the breathing stage. Second is the phonation stage. Third is the resonation stage. And lastly, the articulation stage. The first speaking process is the respiration or the breathing stage. It is a force assisting in vocalization. It consists of two phases, the inhalation and exhalation. The air we exhale provides the raw material for speech, and it is the energy behind our speech. And these are the parts of our body that are responsible for breathing. The lungs. It is responsible for breathing. It serves as the reservoir of air. As you inhale, it fills the lungs comfortably in preparation for speaking. The second one is the diaphragm, a large sheet of muscle separating the chest cavity from the abdomen. It forms the floor of the chest and the roof of the abdomen that gives pressure to the breath stream. The second stage is the phonation. It takes place when the voice is produced in speaking, as the expiratory airstream from the lungs goes up through the trachea or windpipe to our larynx. The surge of air sets the vocal cords to vibration, sending sound waves upward, transforming air into vocal sounds. And these are the parts of the body that are being used in phonation. Larynx. It is the principal organ of phonation and is found at the top of trachea. Vocal cords, a pair of bundles of muscles and cartilages. Open and close at various degrees. Next is trachea, or also known as windpipe, passageway of air going up from the lungs. The third stage is the resonation. It is the process of changing the weak sound and make it richer, fuller, and louder. Or it is process of voice amplification and modification. In this process or stage, you can modify your voice. You can make it weaker or you can make it louder. So these are the body parts that is being used in resonation. The pharynx, common passageway for air and food, located behind the nose and mouth and includes the cavity at the back of the tongue. The nose, it consists of the external and internal portions. Nasal cavity, internal nose, directly behind the external nose through which the air passes on its way to the pharynx. The mouth, it is divided into the vestibule and oral cavity proper. Oral cavity, felt by retracting the tongue, closing the jaws, and moving the tongue about. The resonators are the upper part of the larynx, oral cavity, nasal cavity, and the pharynx. Let's do some exercise. Pronounce the letters according to its size. The biggest letters mean loudest sounds. You did great! Good job! The last stage is the articulation. It is the stage where speech is made recognizable and intelligible. This is how you shape your mouth to create words. Coming in contact with the fixed pointers of articulation, your vocal sounds are now changed into speech sound, syllables, and words. So in this stage, you are now creating the words that you are uttering. So these are the body parts that are responsible in articulation. The lips. It can be moved onto numerous positions essential to articulation. The teeth. It serves as important surfaces in articulation. The dome, or also known as the hard palate, serves as an important surface against which the tongue makes contact. Uvula, small knob on the lower border of the soft palate. Movable tip at the midline of the free border of the soft palate. The velum, also known as the soft palate. The tongue, flexible organ consisting of muscles, glands, and connective tissues. The articulators are the lower jaw, uvula, velum, tongue, and the lower lip. Let's do some recap. There are 4 things that takes place to create human speech. First, we have our lungs or breast support that gives the energy behind our voice. Next, we phonate in our throat to create sound. And then we have resonance, where the sound flows up through the different parts of head. Then we have articulation, where we shape the sounds to sound like whatever language it is that we speech. That's all for today. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you learned something from our discussion.